I call the member for Wallandilly.
Thank you, Speaker. Firstly, let me say I understand the function of public interest debate, but seemingly it gets used for a competition with Team Blue over this side and Team Red over that side. You only have to watch and see the way that it's worded and the conversations that go on both sides. And I definitely welcome any money that comes to Western Sydney. The thing is, Speaker, I don't see it this way. The public interest debate should be used to talk about current issues pressing on New South Wales that we've got at the moment. The antisemitism, the public transport debacle, the lack of infrastructure in growth areas, and what we do to reverse it and actually take some action. The crime that plagues our youth in the regions and the water usage rights that are spoken about, or even the lack of specialists that we have in our state. Instead, we have to sit here and debate this Western Sydney infrastructure. And I hear everybody talk about all the different areas, but you fail to remember that Wallandilly is probably 50% of Western Sydney, my electorate. We need infrastructure, and both parties have failed to deliver it. Getting things on the budget paper like the Picton Bypass and working with the government is what achieves this. There is no debate to be had, and certainly no political party should be claiming a victory here. We have developments that are pre-existing for decades, and they still await development. Take Wilton. It started development prior to much of the northern Camden, now known as the seat of Leppington. What do Labor and Liberal parties have to say to those people who've sat and waited, not for 10 years, but to 20 or 30 years for the promised jobs and connectivity? What do you think they'd think about this debate? Because I tell you what, the more you all go on about like this, the more reason there is to vote independent. I simply can't vote for or against these issues, or I can't vote to say that one party has done better than the other. The way I see it, there's no debate at all. It could be just a statement. There is a lack of infrastructure in Western Sydney, full stop. You don't even need to choose what it's about. I hear people talk about hospitals, high schools, freeways, certain streets, police command, TAFE, anything. To be honest, in my electorate, it's all missing. There is nothing to debate. I look forward to abstaining from this attempt at a debate and hope in the future we get more public interest debates that are actually in the interest of the public and where we can actually see an outcome instead of this backwards and forwards that we can all hang our hats on. Thank you, Speaker.
I call the